what's going on in the market. We're going into summer 2021, and by all intents and purposes, the market's on fire. Everybody in the city, from estate agents to just observers, have got an opinion. But maybe you can speak a little bit about what's the state of the union today.
So, to answer this question, Raj, the market, yes, it's very busy. Inquiries are quite high, transactions are very high, properties are getting sold very quickly. The prices what owners were asking, some properties are selling above ask prices. Now, a lot of people are saying this is again a bubble. It is not going to last, but there are different ways to look at it. Is it a bubble? No, it's not a bubble. Yes, the markets are on fire. Is it going to remain this way? Not necessary. It could cool down a bit. But is it going to go back to the 2019 levels? No. So, yes, there is a lot of demand heading into the summers, and everybody knows that Dubai summers is really, bad. But is that going to really make business stop? No. It might slow down a bit. The demand overall in the market is quite high, but you need to understand here that the demand is not for everything in the market. And this is what I've always told people, that Dubai is very different. Overall, if you see, the market is quite hot, a lot of transactions, but it's not across all types of properties. Villas and townhouses, everybody knows, after COVID, the whole pandemic situation, they've gone up in demand. Now they've gone up in demand. The supply for these, they're not so many of them that the prices would remain soft. The reason for the prices going up is because there's less supply of villas and townhouses and a lot more demand. If you compare apartments, on the other hand, apartments also, the prices are going up, but not for each and every category. If it's a good quality, good location, something which is not too much in numbers, those properties are holding value, they're really high in demand. But some properties still, if you see, are still more or less at the same prices which were there in 2019. So those have not gone up.
So let me just jump in there, because it's the second time you mentioned 2019. For whoever's listening, 2019 would be considered a recent, quite a dramatic low. The market was quite suppressed in terms of prices. And so are you saying that we're not going to ever get back to such low prices? Or are you saying that this is a temporary correction? Because you can have an upward correction in prices as well as a downward one. Help me understand just right now, in the last year, what's happened. And I have to ask as well, COVID must have been a factor in this.
Look, to answer this question, first and foremost, you need to understand the markets prior to 2019 as well. The markets have been declining since almost quarter 3 of 2014, right till quarter 4 2019, going into even quarter 1 of 2020. All these years, literally 5-6 years, the markets were going down. Now you can't expect the market to just keep on going down and down. There has to be a bottom, and at one, at some levels, the prices will correct. So there was a correction which was happening since 6 years, and it was a downward correction. So there has to be an upward correction also sometime. Secondly, one thing which people really, really were surprised is the way Dubai handled the whole COVID situation. We were in a lockdown for probably 4-5 weeks or 6 weeks, and then slowly things started opening. And the good part is we didn't go back into a lockdown. Whereas the rest of the world, is even today, while we are recording, there's still some major cities in the world which are still under a lockdown. Now imagine someone who's got the means and resources, has the money. When he's in his own country, they see that there's a lockdown. When they come to Dubai, they see that everything's open. Yes, there are restrictions, there are measures in place, So that's really made people believe in Dubai even more. And also, the government has been taking steps slowly since past 3-4 years in opening up a lot of things. Like recently they announced the long-term visas. You could have a 5-year, 10-year golden visa. They also announced they'll be granting citizenship. They also announced you don't need a local partner for most of the businesses over here now. So there are a lot of laws which have been changed, and the government has given a very clear message that Dubai means business. It's not just, a place where people used to come for holidays and all. No, people are now looking at Dubai as a long-term place. Previously, a lot of people, I mean, I personally, when I used to have conversation with clients a few years back, and they used to be very negative, saying, "Oh, Dubai, you don't know what's going to happen, this, that." But after the whole COVID crisis, they've seen that Dubai handled it really amazing. They've got probably one of the best governments in the world. They acted quick, and a lot of things here, are going much better than the rest of the world.